If you start in this business, I told you, it's not hard, but it's not easy. Everything depends on what you want.
Welcome to Shift, an exclusive podcast by DSN. I'm your host, Blake Mallon, and this is where high-performing entrepreneurs and experts share their most powerful shifts in mindset, skill set, and strategy to help you accelerate your business and amplify your impact. I challenge you to be present, open your mind, and let the shift begin. Welcome to Shift. I'm your host, Blake Mallon, and today we have a guest with over 30 years of experience in the direct selling industry. Such an inspiring story, starting from super humble beginnings, babysitting, working in restaurants, a CNA. She's going to tell her backstory. She has built an impressive career, a profession from the absolute ground up. Starting out actually in party planning, she has risen to become one of the top female leaders and earners within the entire channel. Initially driven by the desire to provide for her children and her grandchildren, her mission now extends to empowering individuals from all backgrounds and is especially passionate about those facing their own discrimination and helping them achieve their dreams. She's passionate about transforming lives, guiding people from challenging situations to success, and cherishes the experiences of traveling and connecting with people from cultures all around the world. Her goal? To mentor others, demonstrate that they too can create a life beyond their wildest dreams. It's going to be an inspiring, heartfelt conversation. So be present, turn off all distractions, and join me in welcoming to the show, Ada Caballero. Ada, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. I have a pleasure to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
Well, thank you. I love your smile. You are glowing. Thank you for taking time away from your family and your team today. I think maybe the best place to start would be your story. You know, your story is actually very different than any guest we've had on the show so far. So tell us where this began. Take us to that moment 30 years ago. Where were you? What made you make the leap? Would love to hear the backstory.
Well, when I started the MLM company, I'm proud because I'm manager. I think I do it the best. When I come into United States, I'm coming for looking for the big dream. But suddenly when I start to cleaning house, even though in my house I don't cleaning. So when I come in here is the only way, because I know if you come from your country, your circle, my circle was cleaning house, so I live in cleaning house. But inside me, I need thinking in something more. When I cleaning house, I said this is not the way I wanted living here in the United States, and I start to thinking it's no possibility, and start doing, and lost my hope to change my life. I think one day, one lady knocked my door and she invited me to one meeting. When I go there and I see ladies, they don't read, they don't write, and they make more money than me. I asked him for 1 week of vacation in my job. And I asked him to the lady, show me the way. And I want to learn it. Whatever you do, I want to do. Everybody told me you're crazy. This is not the way. And one of my friends told me, my sister, she is my sister, and she tried to do it, and she don't do it. Can you imagine you? And I think in my mind, your sister is better than me or what? And that's why I make me more power, and I think I want to do it. And I want to show it, demonstrate. I'm not the same. I'm different. And so I working in 1 week with this lady. In 1 week, I make more money what I do in 1 month in my job.
I hear in your story the power of a mentor and finding the right mentor. And it was really the qualities I'm hearing in a mentor, right, that got you to believe again, right? Believe in yourself, believe in this opportunity. For everybody that's listening that might be thinking like, wow, where can I find like a mentor, what am I looking for? What qualities do you feel are most important in a mentor for all the listeners out there that are like, wow, I would love to find somebody that I can use as an example? What do you think the most important qualities or traits or characteristics are in a mentor today?
For me, it's very important they have a communication very right. If you say something, you must do what you say. You don't say something and behind you do something wrong because it's no connection. And also, if you invite people to work with you, some people, they sign up people and they forget. In our mission, my leaders born with me. They don't come from another companies. They come for cleaning house, for hotels, for fuel, working in the fuel, and they don't believe in them. They don't think this is a kind of job, because for me it's job. They take to the next level until they know and they find out. So when people ask me, Ada, I have a big leaders, I have big, and what you offer me? And I say, I don't pay for leaders. I have my fabric of diamonds. And our leaders born in here.
And what do you look for, Ada? I love that, by the way, right? So finding people that don't have experience in this style of business or in business in general, right? They're used to working hard, and you develop them, right? I mean, you are that mentor now for so many people. What do you look for when you look at the people within your community and who really you're going to invest time and energy into, right, to raise up? What do you look for in a person that you're going to invest time and energy into and you're going to really mentor? What do you think are the key attributes?
The key for me is very simple. When you meet person, I know who's client and who's want to do the business. And when they want to do the business, I check the first 2 days, the 48 hours for me is very important, because I ask him, if you get a money and you growing in this industry, why is your why? This is for me more important. Know the person. And then my second question is, if you have the opportunity to develop, how many hours you want to give you to this new? Because this is your little part-time, but maybe suddenly it's your full-time. But I want to know how much time you want to give me to teach you to take to the next level. For me, that's important. And they told me part-time, full-time, 2 hours, 3 hours. This is enough for me. But I start to sell, connecting to the Zooms, go to the middle presentation. You must go to the big events. So this is for me, the way they show me, they are do. But if I say connected to the Zoom, tomorrow we have this presentation, and I call them, you connecting? You have time to connect them? And they told me, oh no, my kids, the school, and every moment they have excuse. This is not the right person to I take. So I keep in, but I not give you my all effort. But if they connecting, they assisted to the presentation, they hungry to learning, this is the right person to teach how is the business.
I love how you keep it that simple, right? As you have a system, right? And I think everybody listening, if you're working with great leaders in a great company, I think most of you probably have a system, whether it's 5 steps or 3 steps or 15 steps, right? But a set of steps that people can follow to get a result. But I love, Ada, what you're saying is you give them the system. And if they do it, if they show up, follow the steps, stay connected, they're telling you. But I also love the guidance you're giving of just have real conversation, understand their why, what do they want out of it, what's the time, and meet them where they're at. And you've built a movement of, right, brand new organic people growing all over the world, which is inspiring. And I know you have a thriving, right, Latin business domestically and internationally. For those that are listening that might want to get some insight from you who are doing it at such a high level, on the Latino community. What would you say are the things kind of speaking for the Latino community domestically, internationally, that are the most important values or maybe things to be aware of or what they care about most or maybe unique challenges? What guidance would you give in order to build an effective movement within that community and in that culture? Would love your insight.
Well, our culture is loving people. The thing is, our culture told us, if you don't graduate, you don't nothing. If you don't have money, you don't nothing. So when you talk with her, connecting with them, because I come from them, and I say, I don't graduate. I don't have the opportunity to say, if someone told me 15 years ago, my life changed the zero to what I am now, I say, maybe you are wrong. Maybe you drinking something, because it's no way to change the panorama. No, it's no way. But because I live that dream, that tragedy to magic, I have the word to speak with them, with my heart. And that's why I say the leadership is not only what I want, what I make. The leadership is you worry about the people, about the person, even though they don't have idea how big, because I believe no one person have the opportunity, everybody in the world, even though it's Latin American, Chinese, Philippines, even though they have hunger to growing and they deserve better life. But when you connecting and start working and start showing the path to change, because it's a lot of discipline, but a lot of commitment. It's not only empower, it's go down, working with them, show how the way they have to work. I say, I don't promise nothing, but if you give me the chance to teach you what I learning for my mentor, and you do exactly the same, I don't say exactly happen to you, because depend how you are. But I think if you learning every day, minimum, you have $20 in your table. In our countries, $20 a day is too much, because people over there, they earning $40, $60 a week. So they live our culture. That's why a lot of people want to come to here, because they think only the way is going to United States. And I say no, because when I come in here, I learning the hard way. I was better in my country because our culture is together. Here, if you don't have food, nobody bring a plate of food. If you don't have for pay the rent, nobody say, okay, don't worry, come live with me. In our countries, if you are sick, if you don't have money, every day one parents, friends, neighborhood bring food for you, and they care about it. And I know if you touch the sentiments, and they think you don't come only for you need my money, they open the heart and they give you the challenge to learning. That's why a lot of people follow me, because I don't go for the money they represent. I go because I was there and I know how the hard time to come to here and live that way. And that's why it's my commitment, because I wanted my people, they don't go last. I want to get my people the number one, living different lives. And that's why I grab people in the same way to me, because the voice is more stronger when I say I was cleaning house, I don't have apartment, I don't have food. But now, 1 year after, I have my car, I have my house, and then give you the vision to the others. I have hope. I have hope. And our countries need that hope. a lot of poor people, and they lost the hope because their mindset is you don't have a diploma, you don't go to school, you don't deserve. So a lot of people living bad, very bad. So now I'm proud to working is more hard for us because you have to working with them, change the mind. It's not easy. But if you teach, make $20, they start believing. And then 60, and then 100, and then 2,000, and then 50,000, and then they believe it. And I remember when Arman told me, Ada, can you come with me? I want to buy a table for a meeting. And I said, yes. And I was in the furniture store, and he asked me, what living room do you like it? And I say, no, I mean, no, it's too modern. And he told me, you like what I want. Come with me. And I show you a place with the designer. And when I go there and I see the furniture and I see everything, oh my guys, open. And I say, oh, so beautiful. And girls, when I love something, suddenly you go to see the price. And I remember one lamp, $26,000.
Uh-huh.
In that moment, I say my face like this. And I say, $26,000? Arman, this is too expensive. And I see the eyes of Arman. And he showed me, and he said, Ada, take away 10. How much is it? And I say, 2,600. You buy it? I say, no. For one lamp? No. Take another 0. 260. 261 lamp. And I say, And he said, take another 0. $26. I buy 2. Very, very happy. And he told me, this is your hype inside mind. That's why the money don't go with you. That's why I understand now what Arman tried to tell me. In that moment, $26,000 is too much for me. Now the money come because my mindset changed. And now I think I deserve it. I'm working for them. And I start to believe if people say no. Until you say, yes, I am. Yes, I do. Yes, I can. Yes, I deserve. Then change everything.
It's such a powerful story. And I absolutely love it. And I appreciate you sharing it with such passion and energy. It's a beautiful story. I'm curious because you're really touching on something that I think everybody can relate with. And that's the limiting beliefs, right? Or the script that we have or we're operating with every day. And it may not be lamps for everybody and our listeners out there, right? It might not be the $26,000 lamp or the $26 lamp, but we all have the limiting lamp beliefs, right? We all have something where, like you're saying, we believe we don't deserve it. What coaching do you give, right? If we have someone in your team or your community or a listener out there that right now, like they want a bigger life, right? They hear your story, they're inspired, but the minute they think about it, they do have that self-doubt, right? They do have that limiting belief. They do have that lack of confidence. What advice do you give to those people on how they can get better at overcoming, right, their own limiting lamp beliefs that they're facing today?
If you start to make your dreams, take pictures, even though you don't think I can afford, because dreaming is free. They don't charge for dreaming. So start to carry maybe clothes, maybe places, maybe the house of the dream, and make you bored. And every day when you wake up, see the drop, and you see and believe it, and working for a small codes, small challengers, small, until you go by one, you faith in you start growing and start growing and start growing. It's not growing right away. because when I say looks very faster, but no, I find challengers. That was the mentor is there for hold your hand and say, you can do it. Do this, do that. I happen. I am feel the same. I feel like I can do it. I feel it's too hard. I feel it's not possible, but it's possible. You have to believe. That's why it's the mentor there. But also the most important is make small challengers to you, week, daily, monthly, yearly. And when you accomplish, you feel going stronger and stronger and stronger. So that is my best advice to you. If you start in this business, I told you it's not hard, but it's not easy. Everything depends on what you want. All people is emotional. And when you start to thinking, you say, oh, it's easy. But when you go outside and find no thanks, no, your emotion go down. Please remember this is part our job. Yes and no. If you find no's and no's and no's, you are in the right path.
It's a quote I learned when I was an early entrepreneur, and I forget who exactly shared it with me. It was probably a mentor. But as you're talking, it's just ringing in my head, and that's the further you go, the further you see. And I remember the first time I heard that, I wrote it on a sticky note and I stuck it on my computer, and I probably had that on my computer for years. The further you go, the further you see. Because that's what you're saying, right? It's not going to start at the $26,000 lamp, but it's going to start, like you're saying, small challenges, right? Small milestones, and then celebrating the milestones, right? Giving yourself credit for taking the step. I want to be mindful of time, and I got to ask, because over 3 decades, we'll say over 3 decades, is a lot of perspective. From your vantage point as a leader today, 30 years, looking right here now in 2024, what are you seeing are the largest shifts, kind of pun intended, within direct selling today, within our communities today? And how are you leading your community to take advantage of the season that we're in?
Well, 2 years ago, everybody have a hard time outside. Teachers, doctors, owners, a lot of companies broke down. But our business growing more. And now our business start to thinking about this is job too. A lot of people, they don't believe in that kind of industry. But 2 years ago, with the recession we have, a lot of people lost their job, lost their business, lost house, lost everything. And I know outside, we have a lot of people hunger to make extra money for living well. And this is the right opportunity to tell them, but don't go higher. They only ask, you have the opportunity to make $100 a day extra. $20. I say in Latin America, $20, because I know $20 is big for them. So I start with that.
I think that's so important. I agree with you, right? It is a phenomenal time for our channel and our industry. A lot of what used to be weird when you and I first got started is now normal, like you're saying, working remote, having a side gig or second income, something you do in addition to your career, sharing with our community, right? It's normal today. And I agree with you. There are a lot of people that are either struggling or looking for additional income. And thank you for being direct and stressing the point that they don't need the $1 million conversation. They don't need, right, the high dollars. Show people the reality of what they can do in your words, $20 a day, right? What is that, dollar amount that'll move somebody? And it's a lot lower than what you may think. And I want to be mindful of our time, and you've been great sharing so many themes. and I want to leave time for any closing thoughts you have on your heart. But before we go to closing thoughts, can we do just a quick rapid fire round? I'm going to ask you 3 questions I ask most guests, and I just want you to answer the first thing that comes to your mind in like 1 sentence. Can you do that?
Oh, I try to.
There's no right or wrong answer here, right? It's just the first thing that comes to your mind, 1 sentence. And it really has to do with what you've been talking about to us in today's conversation. Through your story and sharing stories, you're an amazing storyteller. You've been delivering your own mind shifts, right? The shifts in your mindset that got you to where you are today. And that's kind of the premise of the show, Shift, is because, I believe that a single shift, like the right mind shift at the right time, can change everything. So my question for you, when it comes to your professional life, your career in direct selling the last 30 years, what do you think has been the single most significant shift in mindset, right, that has gotten you to where you are today professionally?
I prepare to learning. That's it. If you come, we clear everything you know and start to learning and duplicate, you must be given the nugget in this industry.
Beautiful. Because so many people show up and they think they know everything, right? So if we just be a student, you're open, you learn. I love that. So second question is the same question, but in your personal life, right? So outside of business, outside the community, outside your leadership, what's been the largest mind shift for you on your personal journey, right? That's helped shape you to who you are today?
Well, in my personal life, I'm the cows. That's why I focus in my business and my people. But I'm happy now what I do and start to feel like I deserve. I communicate with my God every day. We'll still learning every day. Every day we'll still learning, I think, until die. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes also, but I'm learning by mistakes. And also I learning to accept what is my mistakes. So I learning and I love more, wake up every morning and take God for everything I have. So that is the little change what I was before. I was before anger, depressed, and I don't appreciate until my food, because even though I'm broke, I never have to live in the street. So this is something to say thanks. And now I'm thankful for everything, and I start learning.
Beautiful. I mean, the power and simplicity of gratitude and appreciation, no matter what season we're in, it does change everything. So thank you for sharing that. Last rapid fire question. If you could snap your fingers right now and instantly give every single distributor, consultant, affiliate, member of the direct selling channel worldwide a single belief shift, what shift would you give them?
Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. This is the most important in our industry. But also, love yourself the same way love others. This is the most important.
Beautiful. Love yourself the same way you love others. And sometimes we're just so hard and critical on us. I love that. Well, I mean, this has been an inspiring conversation. We have already covered a lot. I love not only the heartfelt message, right? We can hear your words, but we can feel your energy, right? We know you do lead with love, and it's not just something you say on a podcast, right? That is what you transfer to people. You've transferred that to us in today's conversation. And, I know we can all learn from that and how we're showing up with our teams. I love the stories you've shared. You're an amazing storyteller. And through those stories, we've gotten some insight into those shifts, and some stories that we can share and we can use on helping navigate ourselves and our team through our own limiting beliefs, our own lamp beliefs, and the things we got to overcome. Obviously, the power of mentorship is paramount in your story, and we never know how they're going to show up. Might be a random sample one day that opens the door, and how we all can find mentors in our lives and become mentors, right, to others in our lives. And so many other different, themes we've gotten from today's conversation. But before we round out the call, or before we round out the podcast, Anything else you want to leave with us? Anything else on your mind or your heart? Any closing thoughts you want to share before we close out our conversation?
If you are connecting the first time here and you start to navigate in this world, think in this. Everything is possible. If someone do it, that's the only you need. In this industry, we have a lot of leaders, a lot of companies, they do it. So ask this question. I am ready to learn. I am ready to be a leader. If you are not ready, don't worry. You can learn, you can training, and you can do it. Don't matter what time is happening for you. Think in this. I know outside, all people thinking every day and it's new day. So this is maybe your first time. Give it the opportunity. Don't give up. Because if you give up, you don't know what is outside in the other world. Maybe your whole life you have challenges, but this is the time. And if you are connecting and you listen to us, look at this is the right time. That's why you are connected, because maybe my God told you you have the opportunity. They knocked your door. So you have the opportunity to open or to close. Even though you don't have a result right now, keep it. Follow your leader. Listen your leader. Don't question. Don't listen. The back person always have try to falling down. Take, I am God's son. So I have the path. I have the opportunity to believe in me and do it. And do it. And maybe you are the next person in this conversation. Tell your story, because this is a story.
Ah, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for your time, for your energy today, and beyond that, what you do every single day in so many people's lives. Your story is an inspiration. It was tragic, right? And is magic. And thank you for sharing what it took to go through what you had to go through and become who you are, and inspire all of us to know that we can do it too. In today's conversation, for all of you listening, this was absolute fire. So many things that we can take and instantly apply. And as I said earlier, I am a believer. I know the power of a single shift. The right shift at the right time can change the trajectory of someone's life. It is a gift. And today's conversation has been a gift to us. And I challenge all of you to share the gift with others. So reach out. You send the link. We're live on all the places, on all the platforms. So you can listen to us on Spotify or Apple or Audible, or you can watch. And I suggest everybody watch on YouTube so you get a chance not only to hear, but really feel Ada's energy she gave us today and see her smile on YouTube. You can find all the links at shiftpodcast.com. And I challenge all of you to share this with someone who came to your heart. Share this with someone who is looking to be refilled, right? Share this with someone who loves or needs to lead a little more with love, or maybe find that mentor, or someone that's in a dark valley right now, right? And needs a little shift that it is possible. Share this. That's why we're here. That's why we're showing up, is to make a difference, to make an impact, and to help you and those you can reach on your journey, right, to your dreams and your goals. Until next time, Ada, thank you so much for your time today and everything you gave us and everything you're doing. I truly appreciate it.
No, I appreciate it. You invite me. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. Until next time, let's make the shift.